dating apps, in-person approaches, or Instagram. Which one of those channels is better to get dates with the right women, to find the right girlfriend or wife? If you're a man who's doing well in your career or your business, you're an achiever, you're somebody who's into personal development, and you really want to find an amazing woman, this channel, this video is for you. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to dissect the differences between the three main quality sources of dates. There's a fourth one which is called social circle, but it's rather limited in nature. So if you want a scalable method to get enough quality dates, a date machine, if you will, it's one of those three. Which one of those is the best? Hinge, for example, is an amazing dating app. Bumble is thank you, babe. Bumble is an amazing dating app. Raya is an amazing dating app. Tinder, nah, declined in recent years. Dating apps are only as good as you use them, though. Now, dating apps, Instagram, in person, which one is actually better? The truth of the matter, my friend, is they all work if you make them work. That's a fact. They all work if you make them work. I've had clients who had between 1 and 5 new first dates per week from dating apps, from Instagram, and from in-person approaches. You do you. You can pick whichever one you want. With my clients, for example, I highly encourage in-person approaches during the day or at night. I couldn't care. Not clubs. 8 out of 10 women you'll meet in clubs, even private member clubs in London, they are not what you're looking for. But the in-person approach component is very important because you expand your horizon and your skills. And you realize how dating actually works as opposed to the mainstream nonsensical theory that you've been socially conditioned with over the years. Instagram is also fantastic. You can just send direct messages. 12 good pictures, boom, let's go. Dating apps, the same thing. If you have 6 good pictures, you write a good bio, you use the prompts well, you understand how the platforms work, and then you master texting, it's amazing. They work also really well. Now, why haven't they worked for you? David, they have worked, or I don't know. Whatever you're thinking right now, well, they haven't worked. Because if they had, you'd already be in a quality relationship. Now, there's obviously a missing piece called the blind spots in your communication, which you need to get rid of, which is the second piece. Because, by the way, dating only comes down to 2, maybe 3 things. Becoming an effective communicator, getting more quality dates, and then understanding the psychology of attraction, the social dynamics of how men and women relate to one another. That's really all it is. But for this video, we want to look at the 3 main sources: Instagram, dating apps, or approaches. But you might be wondering, why haven't they worked for me? Well, because you haven't done it right. You haven't done it properly. You haven't done it right. David, I spent hours on dating apps. It's not about quantity. It's about having the right profile. Every profile has an invisible account score associated with it. And if yours isn't great, then your profile isn't even being shown to the women that you want to attract. That's a fact. So I've had it with a client 2 months ago in New York. He has a brokerage business, something in real estate. I'm not quite sure. Where I changed, you're looking at me confused. What's the confusion, Mike Asia? No. Who didn't have any success with dating apps. Then we changed 2 pictures in his profile, 100 Hinge matches in a week or 2. Completely blew his mind. I have another client in London, is in his 50s, with whom we did it a couple of months ago. He never had any success on dating apps. We revamped his profile, set it up completely new from scratch, and he got 11 phone numbers, not matches, 11 phone numbers, like that. Now, your results will obviously vary 100%, but get professional photography, social proof, lifestyle, status-enhancing elements, have a bio. That is not silly. Have prompts that are 2/3 fun and lighthearted, 1/3 conveying your values. Get the premium versions. Swipe right 5 times a day. Use dating apps 15 minutes per day. That's all it takes to get 1 quality date every single week. You do that for X amount of months and you have your wife. It's actually that simple. They work if you make them work. Is it going to be Bumble or Hinge? I don't know. Start with these 2. They work really well. Obviously, if you want me to help you with that personally, apply for a free initial consultation, because you also don't want to burn options. Because if you build a bad profile and then you run boosts, which you should be doing, and then you show a bad profile to a lot of the women, you can actually burn options. So you want to be very careful with that as well. But The next component, the next source, rather, of dates is Instagram. I don't even know. 12 good photos on your profile, post 1 or 2 good stories every single day, and then you send direct messages to women. David, where do I find these women? You go to local smoothie shop pages in New York, Wall Street smoothie shop, and then you go into their followers, and then you send direct messages. You can send 5 to 10 direct messages a day. That will get you dates. That's a fact. If your profile is good, if your opener is tailored to a profile, works, most men just don't do it. And now, my personal, absolute favorite, my Fernandina and I, we met in September 6 years ago. In a pub in Dublin, I approached her. We've been together ever since. Approaching women in person is a skill set most men don't have. It is a blue ocean strategy. Does it work? 100%. All of these strategies I'm giving you work 100%. They work. There is zero doubt about it. You're just not doing them, or you're not doing them right. Let me say that again. They work 100%. You're just not doing them, or you're not doing them right. Because you have mindset problems. Because something is holding you back, because you don't have the accountability, because you don't know how. I'm helping you. There's free resources, paid resources. You can use them. In-person approaches will change your life like nothing else. Can you just use dating apps to find your wife? Absolutely. Can you just use Instagram? Absolutely. But the growth you'll experience and the quality options you'll meet will blow your mind, and your communication skills will grow exponentially, and that'll help you in your business and your career. Because guess what? If you're sitting across from somebody and you're negotiating a deal, I have a client who just started his own private equity fund. And what he has learned through the program helped his confidence so much that it's helping him now with getting investors and sourcing deals. It goes into so many areas because most guys can't do that. They act a little bit too cool for school, but the only time they can actually approach a woman is if they're on cocaine or drunk out of their minds. Is that who you want to be? Are that the types of role models you want to present your son with? A type of man who can only introduce himself to a woman that he finds attractive if he altered his neurochemistry and thereby isn't actually fully himself anymore. Is that who you want to be to your son or your future son? No. You want to be the type of man who went through progressive desensitization, talked to the women you didn't like that much, a little bit more attractive, a little bit more attractive. You just followed the steps to then reap the rewards. You've done the same thing already, by the way. My brother, you've done already well in your career or your business or at least your hobby or in one area of your life. You've already done well. What did you do? You followed a plan and you executed consistent strategic action. That is the key. If you put that into practice regularly, every single week, with very little time invest, top of hours, 5 to 8 hours a week, top of that, I don't have time. You have the time. I literally have had clients from all walks of life. Software engineers, school principals, guys who run 9-figure businesses, 8-figure businesses, 7-figure business, like everything. Lawyers, dentists, surgeons, all of them. They all make time. Time is emotion. You can absolutely do it. And you've done so in other areas. If you simply execute, if you're just relentless enough and you take action, you will get the result, guaranteed. You can find an amazing woman who's right for you. Absolutely guaranteed beyond the shadow of a doubt. If you refuse to be lazy, stop the laziness. Put your ego on a shelf, because in life, my friend, you can only have either your ego or the results. You will have to make a choice what's more important to you. I would love for you in 6 months or a year to be in a loving relationship with the right woman that you can cruise around and have a fantastic time with, maybe yell into the camera, educating people on your subject of choice, or simply just enjoying Netflix and chill, waking up in the morning, making love, building a family together, having somebody to fall asleep with, to go to the sauna with, to go to the gym with, somebody to share life with. If you want me to help you with that personally, click the link underneath this video or in my bio and apply for a free initial consultation. Looking forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.